Okay, hi everyone. My name is Liz. I'm a triple gold consultant with Team Sky. So today's training is gonna be about domain, basically everything about domain. Okay, I'm not an expert, so I'm gonna try my best to show you guys what I know about domain and how to get one, how to get a I'm gonna cover everything basically. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. So this training should be helpful to team builders that do not have a website, or if they're planning on getting a new website or a domain for the job posting site like Jazz, Indeed. Or it should be helpful to agents as well. You don't have to be a team builder. If you just need a site or you want to understand how business email and domain works, this training should be helpful. Or if you're just out here like out there trying to look, if you find me on YouTube, trying to find a way how to create a website or a business email. So it should be helpful. Okay. So any questions, feel free to ask in the chat or comments anyway. So let's get started. So these are the contents that will be covered today. So domains, subdomains, how to get a domain, how to create a website, business email, email hosting and alias. So it's a lot of topics into one training. So I'm gonna try my best, okay? Okay, so what is a domain? A domain name refers to your website address. This is what users type in a browser's search bar to directly access your website. A domain name is a unique, easy to remember address used to access websites such as google.com and facebook.com. Users can connect to websites using domain names. So basically google.com, facebook.com, that would be like a domain for those that don't know what a domain is, okay? So like for example, we're gonna use this like liz.com will be my domain, just an example, but okay. So what is a domain? Oh, you guys can take screenshot if you want. I mean, if you want the information for later on, but it's recorded. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, what is a subdomain? A subdomain is a portion of a domain name that comes before the main name. For example, the domain name www.liz.com has many subdomains, including store.liz.com or shop.liz.com. So the subdomain is what you put in front of it, the name you put in front of your domain. So my domain is liz.com. So when you, if you, no, it's not my domain though. That's not true, okay? That's just an example. This domain is actually in sale right now for over 100K, like almost 200. So I'm guessing a lot of people want to use liz.com, but it's not available. It is, but they want to charge people for it. So anyway, so if you were to put store in front of it, that would be like a subdomain. But if you were to just search for liz.com, usually, I mean, it will just pull up with HTTPS, something like that, or whatever that. So that's just the basic, domain, main domain. But if you add anything in front of it, that's like a subdomain. So an owner of a domain can create any combination of subdomains for that domain. Any questions so far? No. Keep going. Okay, next thing I want to cover is an email alias. Okay, so an email alias is an alternative or additional email address you can be reached at. I'm gonna show you everything. Okay, I'm just explaining it that way it make more sense, because instead of giving you all it, showing you, I explain it. That way you can understand, if that makes sense. Okay. So it is an alternative or an additional email address you can be reached at, which is linked to your main account. So that's an example. That would be an email alias by adding like a name in front of your email. It's similar to the kind of close to that, the subdomain, but this is for a website. The subdomain is a website. The email alias is basically what you add in front of your domain name, if that makes sense. Okay, this part is really important. I want to cover that. I really want everyone, okay? So what is a business email? Okay, a lot of people get confused between business email and a personal email, and I really wanted to cover that in this training. So, okay, so what is a business email? A business email address is an email address that includes your company's domain name, for example, name, any name you want, not your name, basically, like shop, store, whatever, at your company's domain name.com. So that's the example right here. So let's say my domain name is liz.com. So I wanted my business email, which is going to be similar to that. So that would be the alias, like an email alias. So I added info in front of my domain name, if that makes sense, for my email. So like, let's say I have a site, I can add this email to my site and tell them, hey, if you have any information, that's what I actually have on my job posting page. I have that email. So if, in case anybody want to reach out, they'll message me. So info at my domain name. So it is connected to my main account. So when they email me, I get that. So liz@gmail.com is not a business email. Okay. So if you have a Gmail, it's not a business email. I'm gonna share a link with you guys. Just so you can read the difference. Let me see. Any questions? No? Okay, so I'm gonna share the link. So it's on Zoho. Like if you go all the way to the FAQ, it explains everything. What is the email hosting? What is a business email in case you need it later on? So it has all that information. Okay, so do not confuse a business email. So well, I'm gonna get into it though. So you can use your Gmail for your business email, if that makes sense. You can say, well, if I ask you for your business email, you can tell me, hey, I use my Gmail for my business, but it's not a business email. Okay, so people get it confused. A lot of people, sometimes I try to help agents and I'm like, that's not my agent. I'm like, hey, I can help you get on Indeed or something. I'm like, what is your business email? They're like, oh, it's travel@gmail.com. I'm like, what? Okay, so can you guys see the link? Once you click on it, scroll all the way down. It will explain more into what a personal email is or what a business email is. So using a branded business email address helps to establish credibility. We see the link. Thank you. Build trust and promote your brand. So yeah, when you use a business email, it's more professional. Like if you were to call Indeed, like any job post, you said, hey, they asked you what is your email. Most likely, if you give them your regular Gmail, they will decline it, your job post, because it doesn't seem like it's a real business, because it's not attached. Even though you had the same name that's on your website, it doesn't seem professional to them. Or if you have your business card, you really want to put like a professional email on it, but you don't have to. Like my business card, I have my Gmail on it, I think. So it's fine. But you know, any questions so far? No. So just remember Gmail, Yahoo, um, any email, but it's not a business email. This is a business email. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Okay. So email hosting. So email hosting is a service that allows you to send and receive email using your own domain name. So I know a lot of you guys might have domains, but you don't know how to really send email or use it. So I'm gonna show that as well. So even if you have a domain, somehow it should be helpful if you're not using your emails. Okay. So you would only need an email hosting if you want to use and manage your email accounts. Do you have to add a business email? What do you mean? No, wait, where? Oh my God, why is the dog thinking? What do you mean with added where? So where to get a domain? Shopify. I recommend Shopify, GoDaddy, Zoho. I didn't even know Zoho had one until last night. So I recommend Zoho. I really like Zoho.
So like I'm sorry, so like if I create a Facebook business website, do I have to set up a business email for that?
I don't think so because I have I don't think I have a Facebook business. I have a Facebook page. If they ask for it, most likely, but I don't think you will need that. I think any email would be fine.
Okay.
So you don't need that. Your personal
Okay.
email will be fine. If you want to look professional, you don't want to use your Gmail or you don't want people to know your personal email because people are crazy out there. When they have your personal email, they're gonna think it's gonna come directly to you.
Oh,
You
and then okay.
yeah, you
Okay, I understand. Yeah,
but
then change it. Yeah, because you want everybody to have your personal email because they'll be using it. Okay.
yeah, I mean, because if they see it's a business, they might be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna email that." Because I know when I used to work for Apple, there were crazy people that would use people's email and message them crazy thing, and they're like, "Oh, can I stop that?" We can stop that. Once they have your email, they have it, but they will
Uh,
still email you on your business email. But it's just more professional, and I wanted to
uh,
explain the difference.
okay.
But you don't have
Thank
to have
you.
an email.
I understand. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you very much.
Okay, so yeah, so these are the site I recommend for a domain, but if you're going online, you will be able to get any, you just look for domain, it will be there. It's gonna say domain. So what I recommend for email hosting, so Zoho Mail and Google Workspace. I really recommend Zoho Mail. I'm gonna show you guys how to use it as well. But Google Workspace, a lot of people use it, but it's not free. But this is free. So whatever is free is better, right? No? Y'all want a paid one? Okay, so anyway, so I recommend this because I try to use Google Workspace. It was so hard to connect my domain to it. And I think it's because I didn't understand domain back then, but now it would have been easier. I think I can connect it, but it was asking me to pay after the free trial. $3.99. Oh, you're funny. Yeah, it's always better for free, right? Who wanna pay? Okay. So how to purchase a domain and get a free website. So I'm gonna get into that. Does anybody want to take a screenshot or everything is okay? Any questions so far? So I'm gonna get into the actually showing you how to get the domains, show you how I got mine and everything. Just my experience. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an expert, but just basic information that can make sense and make you understand it better. No questions so far. Okay. Good. Okay, bueno. Okay. Save that link that I sent as well. It explained a lot in case you guys want to go back. I'll put it in my YouTube though once I post this training. I'm gonna name it first link, second link. Maybe it'll make sense. Okay. So next, I have two domains. Okay, I have one domain with Shopify and I have one with GoDaddy. So that's why I recommend those two. You can also get it on Zoho or anywhere you want to buy a domain. It doesn't matter. Oh my God, I'm outside, so it might be a little loud. Sorry. Okay, so I think I want to show you guys how to use GoDaddy first. It's a lot easier, and we're gonna build the sites together. So I will try to make the training not too long, okay? So it can make fun. I'm doing great. Oh my God, thank you. I've been doing trainings, but I'm a little nervous today, to be honest, because it's a lot of information, but I appreciate this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Google Doc. I have glasses and I still can't see. That's crazy. Oh my God. Okay, so this is GoDaddy. Oh, let me put the website for you guys. I just got my nails and it's super long. I had something about doing no, I don't work. I mean, if you want to do it, I don't have it. I'm gonna show you. He's gonna ask me to do that later. Nah, I don't really. I want to say I don't recommend it because any protection is good, but I don't pay for that. I think it's pointless, to be honest. They just want you to add everything extra. When you buying your domain, don't add nothing, okay? Oh, don't listen to me. Add whatever you want to. But you can just stay simple if that makes sense. Like, we don't want to just add and keep having to pay. Let me know if this link works. If you guys want to try, you don't have to buy one if you don't have one. Just go on that link. So it says get a domain for as low as $1 a year. So I'm just gonna show you guys an example, okay? So I'm gonna look for that domain, okay, liz.com. I had already type it in. So your domain name can be whatever you want it to be, but most likely if it's like a common name, you will not find it. So you always want to try to switch it, try something else. Like let's say .com is not available, you can click just .org. You see how it says liz.com is already registered? It's not, they're lying. Because when I go and look for my name for liz.com, oh God, what is my search bar showing? I hope it's nothing crazy. You see, it says liz.com is, okay, my bad. It's for sale. So it's not really, I don't think anybody on it. They just, whoever on it, I think then.com, it's a GoDaddy brand. So they actually register it to them, if that makes sense. Because I think liz.com, that's my name. Oh my God. Well, that's not my full name. But anyway, so I think a lot of people have been trying to buy it. So they keep it to themselves. So you can buy now if you want. And you can lease to own. That's crazy price. Like I could buy a house with that. Like what? Anyway, I wonder if anybody gonna buy this. So some name you can make an offer. Buyer protection, that's what you were referring to. Um, so I'm guessing the protection is helpful because if you put protection on your domain and somebody else want to take it, it's protected. But I feel like if you don't put protection, some domain like site, they can just give up your domain because they own it. You don't own the domain. No matter if you purchase, well, you don't purchase it, you basically is leasing it or renting it, I guess, because you only pay for a year or two or whatever. I don't know how long it is for every domain. So they still own it. So I think putting the protection could be helpful. So don't listen to me when I say don't put it, you know what I mean? So I just think it's extra, if unless if you have list.com, okay? Let me start. If you have list.com, yeah, put protection. But if you have like a basic domain, like, leave it. Okay, so where did I go? Oh, that was two. Okay. So you see how Liz says Liz AI is available. It's only for 200. So they give you options sometime. Liz that site. If you don't care about the domain, let's say you just need a site to post jobs, you don't really care. That's perfect. You can just come here, purchase this for $2.99. Liz that live is perfect. So if the name is cool, they make it more expensive, if that makes sense. I'm trying to see what makes sense. Nothing makes sense to me anyway. Some of them be pretty cool and they be cheap. I'm like, oh, maybe they don't know that. Um, is anybody looking for a domain they want me to look for? No. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just showing you guys where to go to find it. So I don't want to waste too much time on that. But let me just you see the link works. Thank you. Um, see if I were to purchase anything that's really cool is taken, to be honest. I don't even think Liz.net. Well, Liz.org, it will also be taken because I think people love that name. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's special about it. I wonder what Liz mean. I don't think it mean anything. I don't think anyway. So they take all of them. I guess they just wanted the site to be their name, so which is cool. But like I do recommend to buy any cheap domains if you just want to use it for job posting, if you're a team builder, like anything that makes sense. Let me see. Let's look for travel. If you're a travel agent. Actually, when I bought my domain, it wasn't available. So I bought something I find that was close to it and I waited a year, then it was available. So sometimes it happens. You can always check. If you have money, you can always buy it from someone else. If you're rich, look at this one. Travel that website is 1,300. Like, okay. Even if I was rich, I would not pay money for that. Anyway, let me just choose something and show you how to purchase. So traveljobs.info, that's a cool one. So you can add it to the cart if you want to purchase that. Okay, so you see how it already added Liz on there. Anyway. Why did it add all those? I didn't add them. That's weird. As soon as you click on them. Okay, so you see how it add the domain purchase, the protection. Wait. Oh, okay, so it says it's free for a year. That's cool. So you want to leave it if it's free for a year. I'll leave it. Then you can cancel it. Uh-huh. Was that a question? No? Okay. Like earlier when I did it, it wasn't free. It was asking me to pay. See, this one is asking for protection. I think not all of them. When they basic, like it's not really that big. It's free, but it's only for 1 year. So I'll just remove protection here. So it tell you what it does, it doesn't do or don't. Um, your name will be public, this will be public. I think my name is already public, so it's okay. So you can either remove from court or keep me protected. I'll remove it. So then since this one is free, I'll just take the free one for liztravel.com. So once you're ready to purchase, you add it, double check your cart. See how they have all this thing on the side. On the side, they're asking you to add. It's all extra. That's why I said keep them. Unless if you know what it is you wanted it, but you can always purchase anything later on. So yeah, we don't want none of that. So that's the one I was saying for Google. Like that's the it's called Google Workspace. Yeah. That's for email hosting. So you don't need an email hosting if you're not gonna use your email for business like purposes, if you're not gonna email format or use it. So you don't really need that. So you're gonna proceed. Once you put your payment information, it is yours. So I wish I was signing up for one tonight. That way I could show you everything, but that would have been a long, long training because when it comes to domain, it is time consuming. And it's really straightforward, I would say. And then they also have people, see, you can chat with them. They're very fast. With Shopify, also, you can chat with them. If you have any questions, always reach out to them because they work with that department. They know everything. They train for that. If they don't, they will get back to you. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out. So once you're ready, you just purchase, then the domain will be not yours, I guess. Halfway yours. Because it's still not yours. If that makes sense. Any questions? No. I do believe there is probably a way to purchase a domain like forever, but I think it would cost money. Like Google.com, Facebook.com, they had to purchase that domain. And that's why they can give everyone that sign up with Facebook their own account and they can create their own password as well. So once you own like that domain like that, you can do most of that, sharing it, email and stuff, but it's not the same. Somebody cannot log into the account and change the password and do all of that, like, or changing their account information to their name. It's different, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna log in. I'm gonna log into, well, I did not. Okay, I'm already logged in. Should I log out? No. Okay. So can you guys see this? Oh, it's still on billing. What you guys at? Okay, that's okay. Let me share my Safari screen. Okay, so I'm already logged into my GoDaddy. This is the same page I shared earlier. It should be GoDaddy.com once you have the domain. It's gonna tell you to log in. So that's a domain I purchased from GoDaddy. I did it on August, past August. So I purchased it. It was like $16. No, it was $199. No, there's no way. You can find like 1 cent domain. Like if you go, like if we're back to that page, like the link I share, you can look for any crazy domain. Yeah, you might find 1 cent, 1.99. But I don't think there's any way it will be free. They will need a payment at least, even if it was to be free. I feel like when you go on Google, if you look for free domains, they're gonna say, oh, free domains, but they want you to click on that link. It's not free for real. They're gonna want you to pay. But you can find cheap ones. This one, I think I purchased it for $199. It was cheap because I didn't care about the site. I just needed something to change my team building to, and I just got this. So it does come with a free website on GoDaddy. When I got this domain, I actually purchased a site for $16 a month. Then I didn't want to use it, so I just stopped paying. So now we're gonna set up their free site. So once you have everything set up, not everything, once you purchase a domain, now you on GoDaddy, you can get a free website. So that's where once you log in on the main page, that's what it look like. So that's my domain, polcgroup.com. So we're gonna click set up a free website. I'm just showing you, how easy it is to create the free website once you're on GoDaddy. Let's say you purchase a cheap domain from them, like $199. You don't have any protection, and you can come in and get a free website with them. Okay, so what are we doing? Let's say book appointments, sell with an online store, accept payment. I'm gonna do a travel website, okay, since we are travel based. So we're gonna do a travel, sell it on, no, we're not selling an online store, book appointments. That's like for business, I guess, to have appointments. I mean, well, I don't know. We're gonna do something else. Does any of that make sense? It's the payment without an online store. What? Okay, let's do travel agency. Travel, we are travel based. Is it making sense to you, to everyone, or I'm moving too fast? So I just type travel agency because I click order because I don't see travel agency. So they're gonna create the site for us. So we just put in the information. It's free. I like that. It's so cool. Like creating a site. Yes. Were you gonna say something? Um, It's making sense. Okay, thank you. Yeah, creating a set is a lot of work. Okay, I think everyone can, but if you don't like stress, you don't like pulling your hair, don't do it. Don't even try, okay? You're gonna be like, oh, I can do it because it's yeah. But when you start making it from scratch, it's a lot of work. I know Precious here, she do her own site. It is, and you really have to understand a lot. I try to build my site with Shopify. It's just okay. And then I can't. I would rather pay somebody. Random questions. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. You have to set up auto pay. Like me, when when I find that I had the domain name I wanted was available, I just turn off auto pay. Yeah, you want to do that, but they message you. They do. They actually will email you. Have you heard of Wix? Wix for what? Domains? Actually, I use Wix. I send Wix to most of my agents to look for business names. Oh, yeah, I heard of Wix. Do they have domains as well? Most likely, right? Because they do have, you don't know much. Yeah, I use Wix to look for business names and stuff, but I haven't, I think they do offer domain because if they offer business names, they most likely they do have a domain. I think you could use it as well. Um, yeah, I haven't really heard of, I haven't used it. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna okay. One moment, I'm trying to go back to show you. It's a good website? Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah, I know I just use it for to look for business names. So most likely they offer domain and website. Okay. So what name do you want to call your website? You can match it with your domain. You can build your website. Oh, I think you're right. I think I tried that. It's a little easier than the others. Yeah, I think GoDaddy is the same too. So I'm just gonna cover the website part. And I'll cover everything I covered earlier. I mentioned earlier, like the email alias, business email. I'll show how to also to set up that. So you guys use Wix? Is that what you use, MG?
Currently, I'm using Ionos, but I
I
don't really like it. It's complicated.
see that the some side is just weird. That's why I said only Zoho, GoDaddy or that, because that's the one I know. See that the one you said, I saw it also. I looked for a business name and I saw it.
Yeah, I'm just using it for this first year because the way it's going, I don't think that I need a website after the first year. I'll just use, my links and stuff and
Yeah.
do like a mini blog, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna keep it.
I don't really recommend a domain for any new travel agents, to be honest. You don't need it. They already give you a site. You have all the affiliate site. You can set up on Linktree. I do have a training on Linktree on my channel, and add all your site, add it to your social media. If you want to be professional, I mean, if you don't want these people to go to the Archer or Evolution site, then I would say you don't have to do that. I mean, you can create a website, or if you want everything to be linked to your business name. But I don't have a website. I use the one they give me. I don't. It's up to you. If you really want to do that. But if you are if you become a mentor, most likely, not most likely, you're gonna need a website. Okay, see how it asked me for a name. I think it's the same as Wix. You see how easy it was? It already created um, do you want to continue for free or are you ready to choose a plan? Why would I want to pay? I don't want the site anyway. Um, you can choose a plan. You can go under the plans. They have different plans option. But I'm gonna choose wait. Where is it going? Not going down. See, that's the one I had, the $16 plan, and I just cancel it after that month. They have premium. All of them do different things. I think the free will work just fine. So we're gonna click continue for free. Wait, can you guys see my screen? Let me check. Okay. Take a tour. Okay. So the site is created. That was like 1 minute. Let's skip the tour. Okay, so it created the site for me based on travel. I choose travel agency. See how it says book now. So that stuff you can add links to. You can also, now it's not connected to my domain yet because I just created the site. You can click use my domain and you can click on a domain I already use and you're gonna click continue and you can link it to your domain. I don't want to link it because I'm not gonna use that site. See, it says they already add everything for you, the mission. I think you can change anything you want. If you want to change anything, just click on it. You might want to make this an about me section. What am I doing? Okay. It's whatever you want it to be. You can edit. So it's mostly like Wix for those that never had like or create a free website. So that's what it looks like. You can add your hours, you can add address on the bottom. Well, if you're just a travel agent, you don't want to add an address. You can add your own picture as well. If you don't like this picture, just change it. So it's pretty cool how you click on change image and then you make it your own. And that's free. Let's see for the book now. So you can link. So the book now option, you can add any page you want it to be linked to. You can add your website. Let's say you are using this for like job posting. You can click for the website URL. See, wait, I think I'm gonna create the site. See, that's actually cool. Because I don't use it. I use Shopify. I think I need to do that. It's gonna look so much more like professional. Because the one I use is a mess. So the site is already created. All you have to do is add some pictures, and then you can just click when they click on book now or schedule a meeting now or something, you can add your calendar link or any link you want to do.
Lisa, why do you use Shopify?
So I had a store with them and I didn't want to close my store because I stopped using it. So I just used that same site that I had. So I had fixed it, but I didn't have this GoDaddy domain yet. I got it like in August. I really didn't know it was that helpful until I'm doing this training. So I think I should come back here and use that because it's much better. I like it because it created the site for me on Shopify. I had to fix it myself because Shopify is a store. They don't have basic site like that. So I had to basically remove everything that says buy now, shop now to make it my site, if that makes sense. Yeah, they don't offer a basic site unless if you have your own site, you can come in and link it and with Shopify. But I recommend this now. I recommend GoDaddy or Wix, like you guys said, because I think it's the same way with Wix. You can create your free website. So it says your free plan includes premium feature for 7 more days. I don't know what's premium here. So most likely everything on here won't be available once it's free.
Yeah, there's another website called Bluehost is a good one too. And not a lot of people know about it,
Can you put it
but
in chat, please?
yep, I will.
What is good about it?
Their customer service. I mean, they're 24 hours and they will literally walk you through it. Or even if you said, I'm getting confused, then they'll ask, they'll give you a code to release it to them. So, well, they're helping you out. They're literally doing it right there in front of your face. And it's like, I can't afford this. And he goes, it's free. Just watch what I'm doing. I said, okay. And so I let him, the person, this was another company I was working with. It didn't work out. I mean, but so I let go of the domain, and that was like last year. But I mean, that Bluehost, I've never heard of it before, but someone had suggested it. And then once I got on, and it does almost the same thing as Wix and everything else, but literally their customer service is so great. I mean,
You said it's called Bluehost?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. All right. I'll check it out too, because the more I know, the better.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, so you can add a promotional banner to show promotions on the top, but it's up on the site you want. So whatever your site is, if it's not travel, if it's like a appointment site, whatever you want it to be, customize it the way you want. So we're not gonna get into all the customization and stuff. That will take forever.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Love you.
Okay, one moment. Do you guys have any questions so far? No? Okay, well, I hope you feel better. Thank you for joining. Kaylee is always here to support. Thank you. Hope you feel better. Okay. All right, so no questions. So, okay. So, like I was saying, basically customize the site any way you want. Well, I'm on Zoho now. Where did I go? Okay. It's based on what you are doing. It's easy. You can change the color. See that? It's so cool. It's free. That's amazing. Once you get your domain with GoDaddy, you don't have to purchase. Especially for like travel agency, team building. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. I'm gonna pin that. I don't think I can pin. I'm gonna save that link. The basic free site should be okay. Okay, so what else I wanted to mention in GoDaddy? Can I go back? Okay, dashboard. So most domains they do come with like I guess a basic email plan. That's when I'm gonna get into the email part. They do come with like a basic email host, not email hosting, because email hosting is different than email. Than the basic email package. With Shopify, it comes with it. I didn't have to pay for anything since I bought my domain from them. I paid 16 something for my domain with Shopify. But with GoDaddy, it seemed like it doesn't include that, which is weird. Let me go back to the main page. Because when I reach out to customer service, the lady told me that it's free for a year. I was like, what? You see this email essential. So it says free trial. So that's the basic email. So that email, what does it mean is so once you purchase your domain, you purchase it with an email, like a third-party emails. So they do offer you like a basic email to use. Like that was the email they let me choose, info@4lcgroup.com. So but to use that email with GoDaddy, you have to connect that email to Microsoft 365. They will tell you how to do that. It's just basic step you have to do. Download the app and log in with they will send you a link to log into Microsoft, then your account will be linked. So you can start emailing from your email from GoDaddy, if that makes sense. From that email, like they give you that email alias by adding that info. So, but I'm guessing that basic email through Microsoft, it's not even covered because it's a free trial. And it says they will charge me like a $6 something. Let me see if I can, oh, that's Microsoft. Okay, I don't have to log into Microsoft. So I have the app on my phone. That's how I set it up. And I actually got help. That's why I said always chat with these people. When I was trying to connect it to Microsoft, the link wasn't working. So I messaged them and then they just helped me. So I don't know if that makes sense. So it's like with Shopify, I do have a basic email that I have with them. Let me see, email aliases. Okay. So you even if you don't set up an email hosting with a provider, you should be able to send like a basic email. Like you can tell somebody, hey, you can set up an email alias. So my business email is info@ your domain name or whatever name you want it to be. So when they message you, it will go to your regular inbox, like either your Gmail account, your Yahoo, whatever account you use. But when they message that email, they will message that email they see info. But when you get it, it's gonna come to your mailbox. But if you were to reply, you're going to reply back to the email your domain is attached to. That's why you need an email hosting. So if you don't set up email hosting, even though the domain provider offer a basic email package, I would say, if you are using the email they provided, like the email alias, your business email, so whenever they email you, it'll be forwarded to whatever app you're signing on, either Microsoft, Gmail. So once you reply to them, since you don't have an email hosting, it's gonna show your will email, if that makes sense. I will show that later. So that's why email hosting is important. Even if the domain provider offer like a basic package for email, It's just basic email. So whenever you email you, you reply back. Like let's say Indeed email you and you reply back to send like a document, they will see that you will reply to your from your Gmail. It will not be info at or whatever your domain is until you basically set up an email hosting. So when you email, it can come directly from whatever email you want it to be, whatever email. Oh yes, either info at your domain name, store. Does that make sense? No, maybe not. I should show it. Okay. So this is our email, this is what I was saying. This is what an email alias is. So you basically add anything you want in front of the email. So that's your email. So I had different one when I started. I was using these for job posting. So I had work, add PLC, whatever you want to add in front of your email. So that's what the email alias is. But that was set up with Microsoft. So with GoDaddy, you have to set it up with Microsoft. So I was using the Microsoft app to use those email. So if anyone were to email jobs@polcgroup.com, since I'm only using the basic free trial email they offer, if I were to, if I click on the link, it's fine. If you're just using it to click on links to get information, that's fine. But if you are going to reply back and you don't have an email hosting, it's gonna show your real email. It's gonna show that it's coming from your Gmail. Unless if you have an iPhone, you use the hide my email option, then they're gonna see it come from a random email. But when they email you, it's gonna come directly to your inbox and they're gonna see that email. So I'm gonna show more about the email hosting later on. So I'm gonna show you guys how I use Shopify. Any question for GoDaddy so far? No. Okay. I hope I'm covering everything. So we're gonna go to Shopify. Okay, I should have closed this. I'm gonna show more later. Okay. Okay, so to sign up for Shopify, I'm gonna give you guys the link. So what link is this? I didn't keep track. Okay, let me share my screen. Shopify. Okay, can you guys see it? Okay, so this is the Shopify link. Let me put it in the chat. Remember, I'll also post them in when I posted training on YouTube. Oh, let me know if that link works because it looks like it's missing. So that's where you'll go. See, they also have plan for a $1 a month. That's what they told me, but I paid 16. They lying. So that's the page you would go to sign up for a Shopify domain if you want. So I think it does, not I think, it's actually, it matters where you purchase your domain. You gotta see what benefits they offer. I would recommend purchasing your domain from Shopify. Then if you want to use GoDaddy for the free site, then you could go there and link your domain there. I would say, I don't know if they would let that come through since you didn't buy your domain there. That's a question you could chat with them and ask. If you bring a domain to GoDaddy, if you can still get the free site. Because I would recommend that because with the domain here, you still have, well, if you move it, I think you'd have to be with them. I'm not too sure, but because it seemed like it's two different things, but because once you link it with GoDaddy, it's with GoDaddy now. So most likely it won't work with them. But I like Shopify more now. You have to transfer it. Okay. Yeah, I think if you transfer it, you will no longer be able to use it with them. So if anybody want to sign up, you can just type whatever email you want in. Wait, why is it not typing? Okay, info. Let me just put any email just to show the basic because I can't cover all of it. It's already long. If you have to wait 90 days. What do you mean wait 90 days for until it's free?
So I learned that the hard way. I bought one on GoDaddy, but I didn't like GoDaddy, so I went over to Ionos. So because I ended it with them, it was either I transferred the domain from GoDaddy to Ionos or buy a new one. But because I didn't do that when I closed it with them, I had to make a new one, and they wouldn't allow me to use the one that I made with them. I had to wait for 90 days for it to
Oh,
be.
I see.
Because
So
once you register it, then it's
Mhm.
registered until whenever, but once you stop working with them, you have to wait 90 days.
I see. Oh, okay. Because I think they have to put it back in the system, remove everything you had on their site. So I see, that makes sense. But I didn't know that. Thank you for letting us know. So it's best to just transfer it if that makes sense to everyone. So if you have it with GoDaddy, you want to transfer it to Shopify, you can, it's easy transfer. You can just transfer it. There is no need to close it and say, oh, I don't want to use it anymore. I'm done. You can just transfer it. Even Apple now let you transfer domains to them. It never works for me though. I don't know. Maybe it's new with Apple. It started like 2 years ago. So once you put your email, you can skip all of that with Shopify when you're creating your account. I thought I already put an email. Okay, so you can choose however you want to sign up. I sign up with Gmail, so you can create a password, but I'm not gonna sign up for them. Then you choose the domain you want, then that will be linked to your Shopify site. I'm just gonna show you now my Shopify account because that's how you would go to create it. I put the link in the chat. Okay. So the Shopify is expensive, but they good though. They offer so many things if you have a store, but it's expensive. The basic plans start with 29. That's what I used to pay when I started. So all you have to do though, I don't pay that though. I don't pay that. So I went, let me see, I think setting. So once you sign up, you can just pause your plan. So I went to the setting. Wait, it's not showing. I'm so sorry. I hate when it does that. You guys didn't tell me. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Okay, so is it showing now? Okay, so that's the plan they have. The basic plan is really that's expensive if you're not gonna use this site, unless if you have like a real business bringing you money, like money, then that's perfect. So you go to setting, you go under plan, and that's what I did. It will give you an option to pause your plan. So I pause it. So I only pay $9 a month. But so comparing to GoDaddy, it's better in that way because it's free. So I do pay for it on my Shopify site. So it's actually paused. So if I were to sell again on it, I have to get another plan. I would click change plan here. But since I'm just using the site for like team building and like that's it. So I just keep it paused because if I close it, they won't be able to see the site. So let me show you my domain with Shopify. I like using Shopify. It's easier for me. Okay, I'm gonna close this. I have to do a lot of edit with this. Okay, setting. Oh, let me show the online store as well before I go to settings. So for the online store with Shopify, if you guys don't use it, they do have different team you can choose from. Let me show you what the team look like. So they have free ones. The free one are basic team, not much in them. Oh, I have this free one, not as new. So but you see how they have like payment. They have also one paid one. They very pricey. I would not recommend buying a website with Shopify. It's better to go on Etsy or there's another site I believe you can purchase website on and you can connect it with Shopify because you own the domain with them. Let me just click on one so I can show you guys. Which one should we choose? This one is free. So you see, because it's a store, so you see how it has names. So if you try team, you can like if you're selling products, you can add your own products. That's why I said it's time consuming to build a site. Add your own price and everything. And once you're ready for it to go live, you have to purchase the plan. But since we're not using it for like a store, if that makes sense, that's my site, but I will get back to it later. We don't have to. So let me show you guys my site. So I have the free. I choose a free team and I remove everything. But let me show you my site. So I did all of that. It's a lot of work. So I'm gonna show you where to go. So I just basically fixed this. If anybody's my agents here, that's the site they have to click on once they found my job post online. So that's from Shopify. That's my domain name. So that's my main domain name. You see how I don't have any alias in front of it, but I can add one. So instead of clicking on shop now, I just changed the name of the button that was there. So if you want to customize your site, you're gonna click on customize. So remember I said they can help you, the customer service will help you with all of that. It's just to get an idea of that, but you can do it yourself. Just click customize, click on things. See, I click add a button, I click all of that, and I did it myself. I add my own message because as soon as you add it, it changed. Everything you click on, like if you click on announcement bar, see, you can just change it. I can click and put anything I want. Hello. Can you see what is that? Oh, it's hiding something. See? It's just, and you save it. Once you save it, the change is also saved. You can go back to your live domain and see if it's been updated. Does that make sense? I guess. We're gonna go, wait. Oh, I have to just go back. Exit. Okay. So now that I show you how the team look like, because remember Shopify is a store like for shopping. So I just had to figure out a way to do it. So if you give anybody your domain, they'll still be able to see your site. It just like if you were to have anything on there, they wouldn't be able to purchase it because it's not live for purchases. So you'd have to get a plan. So with the pause and build plan, it's perfect for me. So that's why I feel like I should start using GoDaddy now, but I still like Shopify anyway. Oops, that's showing my information. Okay, so now once you click on setting, I'm gonna show you guys my domain and I'll cover most of the things I went under that, what is it, PowerPoint? Oh no, I'm gonna have to add a lot of information once I edit. Okay, domains. Okay, so now I'm under my domain. I like how Shopify, it's easier to use than GoDaddy. GoDaddy has a lot of tabs and I don't know where they are. So this is my main domain. I'm gonna click on it. And then I'm gonna click on, go to Wood domain, more actions. Go to Wood domain. So now it can show you all my subdomains. So if I were to, let's say I wanted to change my site name, let's say you were a team builder, you call Indeed, you tell them, hey, my business name is shop. If you tell them your email is shop@lcexclusive.com, you want it to match. If you give them your email, if your email, what is it? Email alias is shop@lcexclusive.com. Now you want your site to match. So you can come here, see how I did that. I have shop@lcexclusive.com. So that's what the subdomain is the name you add in front of it. So if you were to call any job posting line like Jazz, Indeed, that's why I wanted to do this training more. You want that business email to match your site. That way they don't decline your job post, if that makes sense. It's also a good way to be professional. So let's say you want your business to be, your site to be sell.lcexclusive.com. You can put your domain name, your email alias, sell@lcexclusive.com. So the only difference with the domain and the alias is the @ sign. The domain is the website, so it's a dot. So if you want to create any new domain, you can click here. You just add the name you want because the domain will always be there. You can put travel, travel, if you use your site for travel. See, I'm thinking of using one now for travel for my business site, but it will take me time to use it. Or one for just team building. I just use this for team building. I don't really have a personal site. So I just created a new subdomain. See, it's right here, it's travel. So let's make, let me just show you guys a few things. Oh. I have so many domains because whenever you are doing job posting, like Indeed, sometimes they'll decline your jobs. And once they decline you, you don't want to use a different job, the same email. So I come here and I just create a different email subdomain. So just so I could use a different email, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I click on one of my subdomain, which is sell.lcexclusive.com. So I'm gonna change, you can change the type. So you can make it your primary domain if you want. You can always change your primary domain. So when people go in, it will always be your primary domain. So you can redirect to the main domain. So what that means is when somebody type that domain in, it's gonna redirect them to your main domain, which is www.lcexclusive.com instead of whatever they type in. So it's already an email alias. Let me see. We're gonna click view. See? So that's what an alias is, an alternative domain. So since I put it as an alias, so if I give anybody my main domain, they're gonna see that, which is just lcexclusive.com with www something, right? Okay, my domain name. So now since I also make this my email subdomain, that's what they're gonna see. Because your main site could still be this, but let's just, like I said, if you were posting a job on Indeed, they ask for your website and you wanted it to match the email you gave them, all you have to do is just go to your domain real quick, change it, put sell.lcexclusive.com, and you give them that domain. Once they go in it, it's gonna show up just like that. You have to make sure it's a domain alias though, if that makes sense. Because wait, which one is go back? Yeah, because if it's not, if you put it any of those, it's gonna just redirect it to the main domain. Does that make sense? Has anybody ever done that? No, not yet. Like changing their domain type. Any team builders on here? So okay, so with Shopify, on underneath here, like on the not yet. Are you a team builder? Yeah, gonna be one. But the good thing is the training is recorded, so you guys can always keep, go to it. I don't think I'm doing it again. So hopefully it's helpful. I might do like short trainings on each topic this next time, but I wanted to cover everything today. Okay, so under the subdomain, there's an email alias section, but since I am not using Zoho Mail, it doesn't show the email alias. So it's the same way. The same way you see it says add subdomain, it just say add email alias, just like I show for GoDaddy, like that. It will say add aliases. Yeah. So you would just add your email alias, if that makes sense. So because I mentioned it earlier, the email alias is just whatever name you add in front of your domain at your domain time. So that's what your business email is as well. So the subdomain is whatever you add in front of the domain name. So now to set up email hosting, it's a process. When you choose which provider you want to use, they give you a bunch of information. You have to go on that provider site and link it. I will show you how to go to Zoho. See, mine is 15. So I have auto renew. I think it was you that asked, Katie. Oh, what was that? See how I have auto renew on my domain? I have it also on Shopify. I think it actually automatically click on auto renew. You can always double check, but if I don't want it to auto renew, I can just change it. But I want to auto renew it. I don't want anybody to steal it. Oh my God. You do get an email before they charge you. They are nice with that. They let you know. So if I want to change my mail hosting, which is they only offer 2 mail hosting, which is Google and Zoho. I did try Google. They was asking me for money. I said, no. So I find out about Zoho, then I use Zoho. So let me show you where you would go to set it up. But it will give you the steps. So if you can't follow the step to set it up, you just message them. The more you use your domain, the more you know, okay? So you would basically, it's called the DNS setting. I'm gonna show you what it looked like real quick. That's why I didn't want to do a full training on how to do all of that. It would have been confusing. So that's why I just show you the basic in case it makes sense. So they will tell you to change certain things. See, they told me to change like the name to Z and verify. All you have to do is copy and paste the information. Do not write it down. Always have 2 screen open. Like you'll go to Zoho page and see what Zoho tell you to put on Shopify. You go under your DNS setting, or you would go to whatever domain you are. They will tell you where to go exactly. So you just copy that information. It's gonna tell you to put an @ sign for the name, or it might tell you a different name. So just change everything alike. If you messed up one thing, it's not gonna work. So your email won't be able to transfer to Zoho. So I think I cover everything here. I did have a note. Okay, any questions so far?
Can you put the link for Zoho in the chat box?
Yes, I'm going to do that. I did put one, but wait, I haven't. Yeah, I'm gonna go to it next. So I'll copy and paste it.
Okay.
Okay, and then the reason why they do charge a monthly fee for website, I wanted to mention that is because they have to maintain the site. It's a lot of work. So me paying $9 for Shopify, to me, it's not much. But free is better, like I said. Anyway, so now I just showed more. What did I call? Was it Shopify? It doesn't any questions on Shopify? I'm trying to talk so fast. No question on Shopify. Wait, where was I? Okay, it's right here. So I cover all the basic. That's my site. I'll cover email aliases, the domain, the subdomain. Hopefully the subdomain makes sense. It's basically whatever you want your web address to be. You change the name, the email, email alias is whatever you want the email to be as well. Let's say you have different business, you can put travel, that's your business name, or information if they just want information. Maybe if you want them to book, so you can put book at your domain name on your business card. So whatever you want your email to be. So now we're gonna talk about the email hosting part, and we should be done. Yay, thank you for sticking with me. I think so. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go to Zoho email hosting. Okay. I love Zoho. Well, not really. I don't like them like that because they closed my account. So I don't like them really. Okay. I like them a little bit. I'm joking. Oh God. Okay, let me share Zoho link now. I'm gonna share the fun part about Zoho. Not yet. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna share the link now. Everyone save this link, okay? It's even if you don't use, because I know I showed the basic explain the domain part. Even if you don't use, if anyone wanna hire a domain, we can do a live training. You can reach out to me. We can do a live training together on a live domain, or just we can show people at least. Even if you don't use Zoho for your domain, GoDaddy, Shopify, this part right here is really important. Save that Zoho link. It's helpful. That's where you're gonna get your free email hosting. Even if you're using Google Workspace right now, you can switch to Zoho. You can try it. It's free. Oh, you're gonna have to transfer the domain? No, you don't have to transfer it. It's just an email hosting. But I don't think you can use two email hosting at once. But if you're paying, you want something free, even if you had to pay for Zoho, look at this. They have like that's Dollar Tree price. Dollar Tree sell $5 item now. So look at this. So when you go on that link though, scroll all the way down. So don't look at any of that $1, $2, $3, $4. So don't look at it. We're gonna go all the way down. So it's really, really, really this link, you're gonna need it, okay? If you want to set up email hosting, like if you want like a business, oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, because they put it all the way in the bottom so you don't see that it's free to make you sign up. See, you're gonna see this down here. Is anybody looking as I am? Forever free. That's what we want. We don't want nothing for money. We already paying, okay? We're not paying nothing else. So yes, forever free. Okay. All right, so you're gonna click on sign up now. Like I said, I could create an account. I don't want to create another. Yeah, you see it. Okay, so yeah, that's what so don't forget though, because sometimes you will forget that. Oh my God, it happened to me. When I tried to do my second domain, I'm like, where do I go? I know it was free. Then I tried to do the $1 thing. When I got to the payment, I said, I'm not paying. I went back online. I'm like, where is it? Then I remember they hide it. I mean, it's not hidden, but they put it all the way here for why? Free should be first. But you can have up to 5 users. Wait. Oh, I don't know what that means by 5 users. But anyway, they have a single domain. I was thinking more domain, but I had 2 different accounts with Zoho. I'm gonna log in and show you as well how to use the email hosting, which is so cool. Okay, so you can click sign up now. So if you do have a domain, you haven't been using any email, you don't use your email, try to sign up. You can sign up for Zoho Mail hosting. So you're gonna put your information, sign up. It's really easy to use. And they might ask for some information as well, how to link. Yeah, they will ask you how to link it because you have to go to your domain page and link it. Okay, so now I'm gonna just log into my Zoho account. See, what I was mentioning earlier about Etsy, you can go on Etsy. I love Etsy. And they have cheap price. You can click create a website. I just wanted to cover that real quick. You can just pay someone. See, they do Shopify store. And I don't know how to link it, so maybe they will help you link your site. They have $50. If you don't like the free one they have, but they do have free team. We're not buying no website. We can do it ourselves, okay? But if you wanted to, because if you want like something, you want to let somebody know, hey, I'm not creative. I want this and that, you can tell them. We have so many creative people out there. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Zoho. So I'm gonna log into my Zoho mail. So I'm gonna log into my main domain because I set it up already. So like I said, it's an easy process to set up your email hosting with Zoho, and it's free. Y'all, guys should try it. I can't really link it again. It's my phone number. Leave it alone. I don't want to verify. Okay. So see how I have this email is job@lcexclusive.com. So that's an email alias. So I just added that. Oh God, they showing you my business, guys. It's a work email. I'm joking. Anyway. Okay, so now this is what it look like. The mail is not too cute, I would say. It's kind of like blank. But on my phone, I think you can do that here too. I just don't customize anything. I think you can change the color of the email, play with it, change whatever you want. Because on my phone, it's not that color. It look better. And I do like the one thing I like about it with the whole mail hosting, you can set up a different mailbox. You can direct emails to whatever mailbox you want. That would be another trending. Folders, which is pretty cool. I like that. Anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my domain. Hosting, mail hosting. Oh. Okay, so I think you gotta click on here. Yeah, click on your little icon. Zoho is not easy to use out. It's not complicated. It's just a lot of writing. It's like white and black. But if you play with it, you get it. And they also have a good customer service that would help. They fast. They be calling my phone and I just don't pick up. Like, I don't want to talk. So I'm gonna go to admin console. But if you really need help, they will help you. So the email hosting part as well. So I set up my email. So like I said, Shopify did offer a free email. Let me go cover that real quick. Oops. Okay. Setting. So since I signed up with my Gmail for Shopify, like I was mentioning earlier, so under here, I had my not under here, I had my email alias. I think you can add up to. You had like a limit you could add. So I had some email alias just like I had here on the screen. So what happened is, okay, I'm gonna say it here so it can make sense, okay? So since that email is linked to my Gmail and I didn't have an email hosting, yeah, I think this is very important to hear, okay? So that's what's gonna happen. So if you have the basic email and you do have an email alias, you think, oh no, I do have email, and I do have an email hosting. No, you don't. You have to set up email hosting. And it has to say email hosting. So what happened is, so when I would add my email alias, like let's say I would add shop at lcexclusive.com, that would be my email and it would match my site, my email alias. So like let's just for Indeed, like I would call Indeed and they're like, hey, they will send me a link before I create my account and I could click on the link and verify. They can see that was my email. So now let's say they're asking for a document and then they emailed that's the website, but that email, that shop@lcexclusive.com, right? So if you were to reply from that same mailbox, because that mailbox is forwarding to your Gmail, because you use your Gmail to create that account. So whatever email you use to create the account. So now since you just have the basic email, I guess, service, I would say, because you don't have an email hosting, because the email hosting always come from a different group, because they don't offer all of that in one, if that makes sense. So now if you were to reply, they do email the correct email, shop@lcexclusive.com. But if you were to reply and you don't have an email hosting, you replying from that mailbox you got from Gmail, guess what? It's gonna show that it's gonna show your Gmail. It's gonna show you this at gmail.com reply to you. So I don't know if that can tell them that you don't have an actual email hosting, but I mean, most likely, yeah, because if you have an email hosting, they email shop@lcexclusive.com. Once you reply, it should say from shop@lcexclusive.com. That's the good thing about the email hosting. But like if you just have your domain, you want your site, you don't really care about your customer no, not care about, we don't really care about replying to your customer from your personal email, and they can see your email and you don't want your business email, that's fine. But I would really recommend a domain. If once you're in a bit, you have a business, I recommend a business email and setting up a hosting emails, especially that Zoho is free. Does that make sense? I hope I wasn't just explaining it doesn't make sense. So that's what used to happen to me once I had my like I had my basic email with Shopify, so I would be happy. I'm like, oh, my email is shop@lcexclusive.com. One day it happened to me, I cried, okay? Because when I reply, it makes sense. It replied from my Gmail. And I was like, oh my God, they declined everything I sent because they were like, oh, why did not shop@lcexclusive respond back? It went from my Gmail. And I don't even know when they got that email, if it created a whole new mailbox. Like I'll say, like a new message, if it went back to the same email I replied to. So I got so mad. I'm like, what is this? I thought I did everything. Like, that's why domain can be very very, very frustrating. So I'm like, oh my God, I still don't know anything about domain. So that's when I find out it's called email hosting. See, that's why I cover everything step by step. I know you have to set up email hosting, because if not, when they email you, you're gonna get it to your mailbox the account you created the domain with or you sign up with. So that's when Zoho come into place. So you go ahead and, like I said, I shared the link, right? Then you go to that link, you click on free forever, then you sign up, you register your domain. It's gonna tell you what to do. If you can't follow the step, you can reach out to Zoho. The step will come from Zoho, you'll go to your domain. If you don't know where to go, you have to go to the DNS record. If you can't do it, you contact them. They'll help you set up your email hosting. See, as you can see from Shopify, now it says my email hosting is Zoho. Best thing I ever did. I did the same exact thing as soon as I signed up for GoDaddy. They made me register with Microsoft for the basic email, which is the same thing. When you reply, it replied also back from your main email. I didn't like that, so I just went and registered my GoDaddy domain with Zoho email hosting. So I have 2 accounts with Zoho with the free one. I haven't had any issue as well. I get many multiple emails. I do have several accounts here, so I use all of these email aliases for them, for team building anyway. So let me show you more about Zoho Mail for a minute. Okay, 920. I think I opened it. Yeah. So now this is the when you go to your admin console, so that's your domain. You see how it's saying something has not yet been, I guess, but it's okay. Everything is okay. Mail setting, you can change your setting. So this is where you can set up all your restrictions. You can block certain words. It's a lot. You can also get a tour with Zoho Mail. You can schedule. There's a chat option. If you click on that question mark, I think you can contact them. So they will be willing to do a tour with you. That's why I said Zoho Mail is amazing. They have good customer service. They will walk you through screen share, show you everything. So I don't know all of this yet, but I know I did set up some kind of mail. Like, I don't get all the emails I get about people signing up, notifications. They don't go to my inbox. I don't remember who I did it, but I just play with it. I did ask for help and I didn't have the time, but yeah. So you can email routing, I think. Oh, see, now they changed certain things. You have to have a paid plan. So, I mean, the main plan start with what, $1. So that's not expensive, I'll pay. I don't know how much Google charge. I think they charge a lot. Let's see how much for Google Workspace. Does anybody use Google Workspace? No?
I did in the beginning when I was training doing the 30-day, because they'll tell you to go to do the Google business. And what happened to me is that my first domain name ended up being hijacked by somebody.
Oh,
And I could not even,
really?
for the admin console, I couldn't do anything, absolutely anything. So I called them up and I told them, I said, hey, this is what's going on. And it kept saying I had to verify after the first time that I verified. And he goes, well, you have to go through your organization. I said, what organization? There is no organization. I'm the organization. And goes,
Mm.
well, it doesn't say that here. And so um, a week and a half after I had opened up the business, Google Business, somebody called me from Yelp, claiming that they were from Yelp, but they weren't from Yelp. And that's probably the person that hijacked it. And
Oh.
so anyway, I closed it down and they gave me so much trouble that honestly
Mhm.
I took my business away from them and I said, I'll never use you. And if anybody asks me about doing that Google business, I'm going to tell them, forget it, which I did. And they went, and then 2 weeks ago, they're going through some type of a transition
Mhm.
because they're going through some financial problem, but period. And so when I called them back and I said, well, I'm going to try to change my name and domain. And I asked him, I said, can I use that? And he goes, well, you already paid for the other one. I said, well, so it goes, and I said, well, so what does that mean? He goes, well, now you have to pay for another one. I said, no, that did it. So
God.
I don't even use it. And as far as doing the email, yeah, I had to pay a lot for that email. So I stopped using it and I just managed everything.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. You should start using Google, Zoho.
Yeah, that's what yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's why I
should do
want
that.
that information.
Yeah,
Thanks. So
I know it's recorded, so you can always go back. Because when I try it as well, I see what you mean. It's very much complicated than it was for me on Zoho. That's why I said, you know what? I'm gonna give up. I just went to Zoho, and then I see the plans is not too expensive. They start with $6 a month, something like that. But I think the plan I needed was more expensive, so I give up. Um, so if anybody want to use it, y'all free to use it, but I just don't use it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys my email alias. It's always so hard to find. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, okay. I think. Oh God. See, the way with Zoho, they have so many tabs. So sometimes I just write down where to go. So it's under users, and I just go to mailbox setting. Oh, you guys see? That's so funny. Anyway, I'm not gonna cover that. But you see how I have some that just come here and I add email alias. So I also create email alias for some of my agents, like that I give access to my Jazz account. I'm not gonna put so see that's one of my agents. So that's just my store. I just added you add any alias you want. So does that make sense? So they can actually log in with their own account on Jazz, but like I was saying, it's not like a Google domain. I don't own the domain. So I just since Jazz let me add accounts, so I was able to add my own domain in there for people to use and they can log in with my domain. But I could have added their email as well. It doesn't have to be my domain, but I just added that way it's easier. And I just created an account for them. But that's a different process. If I had to mention it, I might do a Jazz training. Then I recommend people to watch this training to know how to add the email alias to create one. So that's where you would go. Like I can just create one. I don't know if there's a limit, but what can I put? Did I create one earlier? I don't know. Did I? Anyway, but that's where you would just go. I don't want to create a new one now. I don't need one because I create one when I need it. Just add it and you click add and it's gonna just show up here. So I have a bunch. Like I have many. I from here. So like I said, they have a lot of information you could use. You can forward your email to different mailbox, security. Was that Katie that was speaking? Maybe that's why it's a good idea to add email protection on your domain. I don't know why anybody would try to steal a domain though. They probably have no life. Or maybe the domain means something to them. Or they probably think you had important information to hack like accounts. Because if it's like a Shopify domain, that's linked to money, you know? I don't know why. So I think the protection is helpful. If it's free to take it. If not, if you want to pay for it, then I recommend to pay for it. I just don't add it on mine and I've been okay. And I think with the protection, you do get two-factor protection, which means if anybody trying to do anything, you get a notification. With the basic, with no protection, you don't get any email or anything like that. But they still email me all the time. I did cover Shopify, email hosting, business email. Yeah, remember, okay, Gmail and Yahoo is not a business email. That first link I shared cover everything. We did cover the subdomain email. Oh, yes. Any questions? We did cover Google. Oh, Google. Don't get mad at me. Any questions so far? Or I know I cover everything. Anything you guys don't understand about the email hosting, the domain, email alias, business email. What else I covered? Oh, can you see my screen? Oh, you guys can see it. Oh, it was a little small. I'll have to share it again. I'm so happy you guys, all of you guys stay with me to the end to learn. I could have done a full training where I cover like how to create that would have been a long training. You know, I know Precious, if you guys see Precious in the chat, she's doing like she was. I don't know if it's still on. Oh, she's still on. She's just doing like a series on how to build a website, part 1, part 2. I don't know if she record them. Precious is really good. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you, April. Thank you so much. Precious is really good with website. Like she is very, very creative. Like, yeah, she's very creative with social media. So she do show how to create the website from scratch. But this training, I just showed the basic and explained them. Because when I started, I didn't even know what a domain was. I mean, I didn't get my domain for this business. I did have it. I didn't even understand anything until I started doing team building and posting. And there's no training on this. So I didn't know what an email hosting was. That's why I was getting mad when I replied to my clients, and then they would see my email or Indeed, and I'm like, why you can see my email? Like, when I tell you I was mad, so that's why I recommend Zoho Mail. It should really be really helpful. So what else? You can use OtterSite to get a domain. I just recommend these 3. What is going on? Where is it going so fast? Oh, it went all the way down. Everyone understand what a subdomain is? Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of information. So whenever you guys decide to do like your own Jazz account, you're gonna need a business email, and it has to match your. See, that's one thing. I don't think I mentioned that. If you do decide to have your own Jazz, because I do know most of us share a Jazz account, like you have to have a business email, and it has to match your domain name. So if you purchase and one thing I don't recommend using travel for your domain name. If you want it to be travel, yeah. If you put travel, sometime some job site gonna think like you're like a travel agency. You're not. It still might decline it, but because you can always add travel in the front. Because remember how this is my domain name, I can add travel.liz.com. So you don't really want to. If you want to use travel, that's fine, but you don't really have to put travel in the front. I mean, for the domain actually. So like, for example, what I wanted to say for Jazz, if you guys are going to start building with Jazz, once you go on Jazz, you sign up for your free trial. You cannot use a Gmail. You have to put a business email. That's where a lot of people get issues getting on. And they like, oh, I don't want to create a domain. I don't want to buy a domain. You buy the domain, it's for a year or 2 years, it's a one-time purchase, and they have cheap domains. So if you want to buy a domain just for team building, do that, You want to get a 99-cent domain, that's for a whole year. You can cancel it. You don't have to auto renew it. You can just purchase that domain, go to Jazz, sign up, you enjoy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys. That is so sweet. Okay. So you purchase the domain, and then it match your email. Like even if you don't have an email hosting, like if you use any basic email, like even if you were to use Microsoft with GoDaddy or which what is it? With Shopify, they let you use your own mailbox. It would forward to your mailbox. Even if you were to use that when they reply to you, you can still reply back. It's your Gmail. It's okay. As long as when they send a link to verify, it goes to your mailbox and you click on it. And as long as your website name match your domain name. So as long as liz.com and your business name is like info@liz.com and it match for Shopify, not Shopify, for Jazz, it will be accepted. So any questions or anything like that, you guys can reach out to me to Messenger. So no questions. Thank you guys for being nice. Like my birthday is in what? Hold on. It's on the 26th. I don't know how many days it's left. It's coming up. So it's been stressful and I've been sick trying to plan everything. So today I think that's why I was nervous because I'm not really, I don't really get nervous. So when I'm stressed, I want to shake. So you didn't really need this training because, right? Do you have an email hosting?
Yeah, I do, but I didn't know what it was about, but it was helpful. I think I'm gonna try Zoho, so it was
Yeah.
helpful to me.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure. Yes, it's really helpful to use the email hosting. Well, thank
Yeah,
you
thank
everyone
you.
for watching. When I post this training, if you guys go, oh, I don't know if Ashley ever post my training. You guys have to subscribe, please. Make sure you subscribe and like.